Hey everyone, welcome back to another Friday night devotional. Last Friday we began our series on contentment and talked about seeing the value of it. Tonight we'll continue to talk about seeing the value of it. So if you can turn to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. And we'll read, then we'll continue and we'll start our devotional for tonight. It says this. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us. In a book titled Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan, which I recommend to you to read, there's a main character. His name is Christian, and he suffers under the weight of a heavy burden tied to his back. Now, this heavy burden causes him distress, slows his movements, prevents him from taking joy in the ordinary blessings of his life, and also puts him in danger. This heavy burden, of course, is sin. Now, after trying and failing to get rid of this burden on his own, he finds relief from it at the cross of Jesus Christ. And when the burden rolls away, he is immediately refreshed and he rejoices. The author of Hebrews similarly describes sin as a clinging weight that keeps us from joyful perseverance in the life of faith. And one such burdensome sin is, you may have guessed it, discontent. Now, when we are discontent, we are actually in a constant state of distress, anxiety, and regret. And we fail to trust God's goodness, and we become suspicious of Him and cannot enjoy Him or His many blessings that He gives in our lives. Because we're so focused on our own circumstances, and we also do not love others as well. Thankfully, the Lord has warned us of sin's crushing weight. He has given us His Spirit to help us lay it aside, and He has given us the enduring testimony of others who have experienced the power of God to free them from sin in their own lives. Now, one member of the cloud of witnesses is Job. At the beginning of his story, he had children, many servants, and plenty of livestock. But we all know what happened, right? In a single day, all these good things were taken away from Job. But here's how Job responds, and I hope it encourages us. He said, "Naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." In all this, Job did not sin or charge God with wrong. How easy it would have been for Job to allow the sin of grumbling to weigh down his soul. But because he feared God and turned away from evil, he places the highest value on a clear conscience and a right relationship with God. And even under great affliction, Job experienced the blessing of a weightless, burdenless heart. Now, a couple of reflection questions for you to think about after tonight's devotional that I pray that you would take some time to do on your own or maybe in a group. The first one is, discontent acts as a deadly weight, hampering, getting in the way in our growth in righteousness and dragging us away from joy in Christ. Question is, how has discontent weakened your endurance in the Christian race? Second, it's not more of a question but a challenge. If you have discontent today, deal with it. Deal with your discontent today the same way that you did on the day you first believed. And then rejoice in the blessing of a weightless and burdenless heart, that you would run the race faithfully and joyfully. All right, everyone, that is the end of tonight's devotional. I pray that it was helpful, and I pray that you will take some time to ask yourself those questions and reflect on it, also to take action in the challenge as well. I pray that you would have a great weekend and that you will look forward to next week's devotional. And until then, be safe, be wise, be in prayer, and continue to be in the Word. All right, peace.